Let's solve a matrix times a matrix equals a matrix. Whenever you have a matrix times a matrix equals a matrix, you are going to use the format where your answer, your solution, is going to be, and we'll call you A and we'll call you C. If I give you something like AB equals C, and your job is to solve for, in this case, B, you are going to come up with B equals, take the inverse of the left of each, well, not of each, but of A, that crosses out, and B is going to equal A inverse C. So this is going to be kind of unpleasant, but that's what we have to do. We have to first find the inverse of A. Once we do, multiply it to C. So it's not as simple as like, let's divide stuff from both sides. Wouldn't that be great? Well, it's not. So the A inverse, okay? Generally speaking, when you have the inverse of a 2 by 2, let's label U, A, B, C, D all in lowercase. It's 1 over the determinant, so AD minus BC, and then you're going to multiply it to where you flip-flop the A and the D, so you're a D now and you're an A, and you opposite the B and C, so negative B, negative C. Okay, so that's the inverse of a 2 by 2. Label yourself A, B, C, D, 1 over AD minus BC, D, opposite of B, opposite of C, A. Okay, so let's plug stuff in. 1 over negative 1 times 9 minus negative 2 times 2. Oh, this is not going to be fun at all. Multiply that to flip-flop the A and the D, so 9 and negative 1 make you positive 2, make you negative 2. All right, so 1 over negative 9 plus, actually this won't be so bad because the fact that it's a plus 4 and it'll make it 5, that won't be too bad. So that's going to be, times the matrix, ignore that little mark over there, 9 to negative 2, negative 1. So that's going to be negative 1/5 times the matrix, 9 to negative 2, negative 1. And so when all is said and done, A inverse is going to be negative 1/5 times all of that. So yeah, we got some fractions, not the easiest stuff in the world. Negative 9 over 5. Negative 2 over 5, positive 2 over 5. Ugh. None of these had to be nice, did it? And positive 1 over 5. All right. So that's A inverse. What I could do, since everything's kind of where it needs to be, is I'll just take A inverse and multiply it to C. So here's C. Okay. Here is C, negative 3, negative 5, 13, 21, 0, and negative 36. We have ourselves a 2 by 2 being multiplied to a 2 by 3, which is perfectly legal. So at the end of the day, we'll get a 2 by 3. So let's give that all the space we can. 2 rows, 3 columns. You're going to split U up by rows, split U up by columns, and now it's just matrix multiplication with a lot of fractions. So I'm not happy about that. Since I'm just doing an element times an element plus an element times an element, why don't I throw the plus signs there already, kind of get that out of the way so it's nice and clean and I don't have to do too much thinking and just have to plug the numbers in. And it's just a matter of, element times element, element times element. So first row, first column. Negative 9 over 5 times negative 3 is going to be positive 27 over 5. And negative 2 over 5 times 21 is going to be negative 42 over 5. Hopefully things simplify. And if not, they don't. All right, let's do it again. Negative 9 over 5 times negative 5. Oh, okay, so 9. I can handle that. And negative 2 over 5 times 0 is 0. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Isn't that precious? All right. Negative 9 over 5 times 13 is going to be negative 117 over 5. Yep. So negative 117 over 5. Oof, don't like that. And then negative 2 over 5 times negative 36 over 5 is going to be positive 72 over 5. Gross. Yuck. All right, row 1's done. Let's get to row 2. 2/5 times -3 is going to be -6/5. 1/5 times 21 is going to be 21/5. All right. 2/5 times -5 is going to be -2. And then 1/5 times 0 is 0. And let's round this guy out. We've got 2/5 times 13 is going to be 26/5. And then we've got 1/5 times -36 is -36/5. So probably some cleaning up, combining, simplifying. We'll take it from there. 27 minus 42 all over 5 is going to be -15/5. So that'll simplify. 9 plus 0 is 9. -17 plus 72. What is that? -45/5. Yep. So -45/5. That'll simplify nicely. 15/5. -2. And just making sure I did my math right. You never know. Oh, that's 26. Oh, please, -10/5. Why am I overthinking that? So this does clean up pretty nicely. Okay, so B, after all of this, B will end up being -3, 9, -9, 3, -2, -2. Okay, matrices, fun.